Of all the idiotic things that have floated in and out of Donald Trump's pea-brain mind, the absolute worst of them has been incorporating Canada into the United States. Almost overnight, the commander-in-chief has destroyed the relationship of one of our closest allies and our neighbor. It was senseless, stupid, reckless, and so wildly out of touch with the rest of America that no one can take it seriously. And then, as if he wanted to emphasize his elite capacity for stupidity, Trump went and said this.
I was with Wayne Gretzky. I said, Wayne, would you like to be the governor of Canada? I can't imagine anybody doing any better than Wayne. Wayne was not too interested, but I think he probably would have liked statehood. He's a friend of mine. He's a great guy. He's the great one. We call him the great one, right? He's a great hockey player.
The silence from Wayne Gretzky has been deafening. So CNN went to Gretzky's hometown of Brantford, Ontario, to talk with the residents. I'm going to show a series of clips, so stick around, because I'm sure it will come to no surprise that becoming the 51st state was not foremost on their minds. This was.
We're in Brantford, Ontario, a little more than an hour away from both Toronto and Buffalo, one of the places likely to be hardest hit by tariffs and the birthplace of hockey's great one.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a town called Brantford, Ontario.
Wayne Gretzky.
These are all signed by Wayne Gretzky through.
With tariffs looming, owner Graham Roston says business is already down about 10%.
Well, for us, it's a disaster day.
U.S. customers want their orders before tariffs hit.
All these are going to the Miracle on Ice, Team USA, 45th anniversary.
President Trump's tariffs and taunts to make Canada a 51st state are biting here.
It's just ridiculous to insult your neighbor. And as a dual citizen, Canadian and American, I don't understand it from the American point of view either. Why would we insult Canadians?
In Brantford and across Canada, buying American now seems like an act of treason.
Even in our store, we get asked all the time, are these products local? Have they been made in Canada?
We don't want anybody to get hurt. We want businesses to flourish, and both in the U.S. and in Canada. There's got to be a way to do that without just slapping tariffs, here and there and everywhere.
And what CNN discovered was that Canadians might have put up with the 51st state banter, but now that Trump is threatening their economic well-being, he ignited a forest fire that he's going to regret.
Brantford's mayor is incredulous about how the U.S.-Canada bond so frayed in the last few weeks.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. We're nice until we're not. And yeah, if you want a war, then it's a war. But it's a totally meaningless war from my perspective. I really frankly don't understand.
I think that as soon as you start talking about invading another country or taking it over, the disrespect that presents to people, it wakes them up and it creates a tremendous anger.
And in the age of celebrity politics, what CNN also uncovered is that even though Wayne Gretzky did not start any of this, his silence is not working.
Something else he doesn't understand? How Wayne Gretzky, Brantford's hometown icon, got wrapped up in all of this.
I have so many great friends. One of them is the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
He has been called a traitor, a turncoat, a MAGA junkie, a MAGA sidekick.
Based on 30 years of knowing Wayne and his family, so I'm getting a little bit emotional.
There are people that want to take his name off the buildings here.
Well, I agree with you, there are people that feel strongly about it and feel emotional, very emotional about this, because we do feel under attack here in Canada.
Wayne Gretzky declined comment to CNN. At the local community center,
There's a goal.
The Brantford Titans are on the ice, Gretzky's name on the rink.
He hasn't lived here for how many years? I almost see him as, kind of somebody with dual citizenship, but who has chosen, United States of America to live in.
You want him to speak up for Canada.
I do.
he's kind of a voice of Canada. He has been that way in the past, and he is now if he chose to do that. So I really would like to see Wayne do that, but I still don't feel any ill against Wayne for just because he's a friend of mine.
How long that anger lingers here will depend on what happens with tariffs and the taunts. And while Gretzky has a solid reserve of goodwill here after decades of donations and devotion to his hometown, Brantford, like Canada, has found its limit.
So the Great One is about to discover what everyone else in the Trump orbit has already discovered the hard way. Everything Trump touches dies. Trump is not the Midas touch, he's the kiss of death. Right now, he's intent on killing the Canadian economy and the American economy along with it. And why? Because no one liked his Canada as the 51st state idea. And so now he's going to kick over every sandcastle on the beach. If ever there were a time to Article 25 this petulant child, it's now. Better yet, someone just convince him to go skate on a rink wearing a Team USA jersey and just let the laws of gravity do our work for us. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.